Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday. I'm late. I know. I'm late. I get it. Well, yesterday was Labor Day, so technically, there really wasn't any news going on yesterday. Trust me, I checked. As I fell asleep at the same time, I was checking and falling asleep at the same time. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was tired, man. This past weekend, it was crazy busy for me. So I hope everyone had a great and safe Labor Day weekend, a great 3-day weekend. Now, it's Tuesday, so wouldn't it kind of be like a case of the Tuesdays? Because a lot of people had Monday off. I didn't have Monday off, obviously, because I had to work Sunday night, and I had to work last night. So, yeah, I'm still a little sleepy right now. But, yeah, I'm here, and I'm doing this wonderful show for everybody. So, it's all good. We're good. We're cool. We're awesome. All right, let's good. Let's go, and let's... As you can tell, I'm still a little sleepy right now. So, I'm going to get this show recorded and posted and get to bed. So, anyway. So, what's going on, guys? What's up? Happy, September 2nd is the day. I got the date sitting right here in front of me on my computer, and I still can't remember the day. How sad is that? Man, he's pretty sleepy, man. He is sleepy. So, what's going on, guys? Happy September to you. Yeah, that's awesome. September. If you're here in Texas, you're getting closer to the time of the year we like, where it's not super hot. I'm always comfortable with the changes, the mid seasons. Being from California, it's the mid changes, the mid seasons that remind me a lot of back home California weather, where it's so comfortable you don't need an air conditioner. It's that comfortable. You got breezes blowing in and everything. Oh gosh, it's beautiful. And so mid seasons here, I'm like, shut everything off. It feels perfect. Just don't touch anything. Shut all the ACs, shut all the heaters off. It's perfect. Everyone's like, what are you doing? It's so cold out there. I'm like, no. All you need is a jacket and a blanket. Is all you need. It feels beautiful. So, looking forward to that. But anyway. So, what's up, guys? Happy birthday to anybody with any special birthdays this week. I know there were quite a few birthdays yesterday on Labor Day. But anyway, if you had a birthday yesterday, happy birthday. If you have a birthday today or coming up later on this week, happy birthday to you. Congratulations. You only got a 4-day work week ahead of you. If you're a Monday through Friday, type employee. So, congratulations. Happy birthday to you. May this birthday be as wonderful as any birthday you've had in the past. And, may it be perfect and, may it be the best birthday you've ever had, if not better than any birthday you've had in the past. And for other birthdays to come. Because you can always look back and be like, there was that one year that was so awesome. There's always that one. So hopefully this is that one. Or the next one. Or whatever. So be it. Anyway, happy birthday to you. And here's to many more. To anyone with something important, something stressful, something that is causing you grief and agony and stress because it hasn't happened yet, but the moment you think about it, you start to lose your hair, or your hair goes gray, or you start to get butterflies just thinking about it. Just calm down. Everything's going to be fine. It's going to be alright. You're going to be cool. Good luck, though, to whatever it is, whatever the situation may be. Good luck. To anyone with something big, special, huge, monumentous, so exciting that happened this past week, congratulations. Awesome. Good job. I know something that was exciting for me that happened this past week. I got cable. Yes, I know, right? What? I heard a bunch of gasps and people like I heard eyebrows raising and people opening their mouths and looking at whatever they're listening to this on. They looked at it like, what? So yeah, I got cable. How about that? Not just cable, Dish. Dish Network. So yeah, that's not a shameful plug or anything for them, but it's just a, I got Dish. So anyway, yeah. So, and lately all I've watched, because when I got it, I was able to catch, of course, the Simpsons marathon on FXX. So I was able to catch maybe the last couple days of it. But on top of that, since I've had it, I've watched nothing but MLB Network. That's it. I come home for lunch and I watch MLB Network until it's time to go back. And that's all I watch. That's it. I don't watch anything else. So I'm paying for like 246 channels, and I'm only watching, now that the marathon is over, I'm watching one channel, and that's MLB Network. That's it. So, if they could just a la carte me, that'd be great. And I could just pay for the channels I know I'm going to watch. MLB Network, Nickelodeon for, I say my daughters, but come on, really, come on. Come on, parents who have kids, come on. The grown-ups who are kids, come on. What are we doing? When our kids aren't around, we're watching Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network for SpongeBob or whatever special cartoon that's on. I can't stand the kid shows. I'm sorry. I'm more of a Pete's Pete, or The Great Adventures of Pete and Pete, you know what I'm saying? You 80s guys, you 80s kids, you know what I'm saying. These new Nickelodeon Disney shows are, I don't like them. The old ones, yeah, those were that was some good TV watching right there, boy. Artie, the Adventures of Pete and Pete. Artie, the guy with the glasses, and the brother with the tattoo on his forearm there. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. Anyone who had something special and awesome happen this past week, congratulations. Good job. To anyone with something terrible that happened this past week, I'm sorry. That's terrible. And I don't know what I think I've said most terrible things that can ever happen to someone. Maybe your brother pulled your doll head off. I don't know. Whatever the case is, I'm sorry. It's terrible. And, you're still here, though. You're still breathing. God remembered to wake you up another day. So, hey, we're good, right? All right. So let's get started with the rest of the week here. Kind of late. I know. Kind of late. But, hey, better late than never. So, this past week, I don't remember talking about it last week, but so this past week, apparently the Emmys were on. Did you get to watch them? Do you even care? I know I don't. Did you celebrate National Dog Day? Yeah, if you're not allergic to a dog, hopefully you celebrate National Dog Day with your favorite pooch. Did you worry about Joan Rivers? Supposedly Joan Rivers went to the hospital, critical condition. I think they said she was medically induced coma, I believe. A lot of people happy about this. A lot of people kind of like, oh my gosh, it sucks. But Joan Rivers really wasn't a nice person. I don't know. I'm not against it. I'm not like, hey, Joan Rivers is in the hospital, awesome. And I'm not, ooh, she's my best person. I love watching. It sucks. It sucks for the family, really, I guess, is the way I look at it. It sucks for the family. I'm sad for the family if something bad does come out of this. But, I'm not like one of those all excited, yay, she said she hates Jews. Supposedly, that's what I keep seeing comments on whenever I read the stories. So, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so Jonah, I haven't seen any other news updates. Of course, if something bad happens to her, you think it'd be like flash, bing, bang, boom right there on anybody's smartphone. So, everybody would know about it, right? So, anyway. Also, this past weekend was UFC 177. I'm not a big UFC fan. I've tried watching it. Just like boxing, I can't get into it. When I was younger, I watched wrestling just because a bunch of friends were watching wrestling, but never really got into that either. I don't. Well, wrestling's, a men's soap opera, but UFC and just actual boxing, I've never gotten into it. I'm sorry, I've never. If you're Mike Tyson and you're listening, you do amazing work in the ring, sir, but I'm sorry, I just never became a fan of boxing. I'm sorry, okay? Please forgive me, okay? Just forgive me. Alright, you got a mean hook, though, bro. You got a mean hook, man. And you're funny in The Hangover, so. Um, did you get to watch the start of the NCAA football season? I know a lot of people are excited about this one. Yeah, a lot of people. Man, I kept seeing posts all weekend long about LSU and Alabama and oh man, I can't remember the other ones I kept seeing posts about. But yeah, so NCAA football is back this week, Thursday. Just checked my phone a couple hours ago when I was looking up stuff for today's podcast. I believe this Thursday is the start of the NFL. I can tell you right now. Hold on. Hold the phone, my friends. Hold your hats. Yeah, it looks like Thursday is Green Bay and Seattle at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, so on and so forth. Look up the times wherever you live. But so yeah, so NFL is back. I know a lot of people will be excited about that. With that being said, that means the MLB season, the baseball season, is coming to a close. Hopefully your team is doing good. If you're a Rangers fan, hang the jerseys up now and just get ready for your football team, whoever that may be. If it's Dallas, leave your football jersey hanging up and get your Stars jersey on and just get ready for Stars or something. I don't know. Okay. I wouldn't put money on the Cowboys, winning or losing, because who knows, they may not show up to a game. So, I mean, you can't win and lose if you don't show up, right? So, anyway. But anyway, so NFL season's coming back. As I seen the whole NCAA and football, it reminded me the NFL is coming back this week. So there you go, all you football fans and all you wives who enjoy football season, because you get to go out and shop while your husband watches nothing but TV on Sundays. There you go. So, and then, of course, did you happen to watch the Every Simpsons Ever marathon? It was 11 days, and it just ended last night at 11 p.m. It just ended last night at 11 p.m. So, and they were playing everything. They started from August 21st, and they started from the very first episode of season 1. And they played them non-stop all the way through. Season 1, season 2, season 3, all the way through. With commercials, of course. And they even played the movie when it came out. You know, so like, let's say the movie came out in between season, 12 and season 13. They played it right when, they played the movie right when it came out. You know, what seasons it came out in between or during what season or whatever. That's what they did, which is really cool. Because, some marathons, if they do, like, I know Nickelodeon's done a couple SpongeBob marathons, they'll normally show the SpongeBob movie at the end of that marathon. So, I mean, that's kind of cool what they did with the movie there, but, so, yeah, of course, the Simpsons marathon ended, like I said, last night at 11 o'clock, so, darn, sucks, but anyway, if you recorded it, and you locked all the episodes on your DVR, guess who doesn't have to buy the DVDs when they come out? You genius, you. If you didn't lock them, you better hurry up and get home before your girlfriend starts erasing them, because Simpsons are stupid. Who watches this? So, and find a new girlfriend. So, don't do that unless, she accidentally, quote, air quotes there, delete them. Then, oops, sorry, then I'll forgive you. So anyway, an Arizona man was arrested for burning and urinating. Hold on. Arrested for burning and urinating, okay, on, not the American flag, on a Bible. Yeah, so those of you Christians out there who've seen this, and you're like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. A 22-year-old Arizona man calling himself, quote, the Dark Lord, that tells you how this is going to go, has been arrested for allegedly burning a Bible and urinating on it outside a Christian-oriented homeless shelter in northern Arizona, police said on Friday. So we got to find the positive side in this story. At least he put out his own fire by urinating on it, right? I mean, it could have been worse. He could have left it burning and thrown it in like a dry field and just, set the whole state on fire. At least he put his own fire out. Okay, so I'm just trying to find the positive side on so far on this. Eric Minerault was booked into the Yavapai County Detention Center late on Thursday on suspicion of the count of unlawful symbol burning stemming from the incident at the Gospel Rescue Mission, Prescott Police spokesman Lieutenant Ken Morley said in a written statement. The police were called at the scene at about 9 p.m. by a mission representative reporting that someone was burning something on the mission's front steps. Morley said officers found Minerault standing on the steps with a burnt and wet Bible on the ground near him. He quickly admitted to the act. He told officers the mission was selected because he believed it was a place of Christian worship and he was, quote, cursing the Christians. Asked why, officers reported that he said because he was the, quote, Dark Lord. Minerault was clad in black and was wearing a black and red robe and a pentagram necklace. He remained at the detention center on Friday afternoon on the misdemeanor charge, the sheriff's official said. It looks like a legal director for the American Civil Liberties Union of Arizona said the arrest raises questions as to whether this gentleman's First Amendment freedom of speech was that bar symbols like crosses from being burned. They're trying to determine whether his freedom of speech rights were violated, but Pochada, whatever this legal director's name is, who is not familiar with the charge, cited said courts have upheld laws that bar symbols like crosses from being burned. So, where you stand on all this? Maybe you're like completely atheist. Maybe you're completely don't believe in anything. You're like, all you atheists and all you Christians are just phony balonies, and we just grew up out of the ground and grew from trees, and we're just walking trees who developed into humans. Whatever the case may be, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. What this guy did, yeah, it's a little upsetting. I mean, I'm trying to find a way to put this. So people who really don't care about Christianity see where I'm coming from. So we're going to go with the American flag because that's the only thing I can resemble it to. So someone burns an American flag on your front porch because they know you're American and they hate Americans and they feel like they are the Al-Qaeda Lord or something, Dark Lord. And so they throw the flag on your front porch. They burn it. They urinate on it, and death to Americans or whatever. They say some weird thing, and you see them. Of course, you're gonna get upset. So I mean, if you don't get upset, then you got to ask yourself, where's your American pride? I mean, are you not American? I mean, does that not upset you? I mean, I don't know anybody. I swept floors at Walmart. If I seen an American flag in a package sitting on the ground, I immediately picked it up, even though it's in a package. I mean, I'm sorry. I guess growing up in a military family, growing up in a military neighborhood, I guess I just have that kind of respect for the flag. But so as far as this goes with the burning of the Bible, urinating on it and everything, that's pretty messed up. It upsets me a little bit, not like, oh my God, I wish that guy would die. Because the Christian in me is like, just pray for him. Just pray for him. He's obviously on something that is some pretty good stuff that nobody knows about. It must not be bath salts because he didn't eat anybody. So, I mean, just if you're a Christian, pray for him and forgive him because he knows not what he does and so forth. So, there you go. So, crazy people in Arizona, don't ever go to Arizona because, yeah. So, something you may have heard about. I know I've seen a little, you know how Yahoo shows the little pictures whenever you're going to check your mail. I seen a picture of it and I thought, oh, that's cool, and just clicked it on my mail and just read my mail. Didn't really go into the story, but I seen it again when I was looking for stories to talk about. I said, oh yeah, I wanted to read into that. It was a brewer who released a 99 pack of beer. Yeah. When I seen this, I thought, oh, it's got to be a microbrew. It's got to be a micro. I've never seen Bud Light do this. And if we did see Bud Light or Coors Light or Miller Light, anybody like that, do something like this, you would hear about it. You'd see commercials for it. You would hear about it. So this was Austin Beer Works. They just unveiled a new over-the-top way to get its beer into your gut with a limited edition 99 pack of brewski. 99 beers. So you can start gluing each beer bottle on the wall, beer can, excuse me, because they're cans, on the wall and start singing the song. The big box of brew will set you back $99. So yeah, that's $1 a beer, which is pretty good. Which is pretty good for a can of this Texas good stuff. But don't expect it to fit in your compact car with ease. You ready for this? The packaging is insanely exaggerated at 7 feet long. That's a 7 foot long. I don't even know what gas station is carrying this. I seen the video for it, like when they bought it, and they're pulling it out of a cooler, and 2 guys are carrying this case, of course. What? Like, what? Where do you store this in a gas station cooler? I'm going to take the 99 pack. How do you store it? Because a lot of gas station coolers are walk-in and they're small. I mean, they're small. Okay, so how do you store a 7 foot... Most gas station coolers aren't even 7 feet long. You know, because they got all that extra beer and stuff in there. How does it not fall off the back end of the shelf? I mean... This can't be stored in a cooler, but I'm telling you, the video I seen, they pull it out of the cooler, so that box had to be empty, because, man, I'm telling you, that thing would fall. Think about it. So anyway, so the brewery released the gigantic box as part of a social media campaign for its Peacemaker Anytime Ale. The 99 pack is only available in Austin. Sorry, don't go looking for it in Dallas. And only for a limited time, of course, and in limited quantities, of course. By state law, the brewery is not allowed to ship out of state, so you might have to make the drive. Just drink responsibly, and it will probably last for a while. Maybe this will inspire people to have those parties called 99ers. Strong demand for the 7 foot Uber pack in the wake of the Wild campaign has inspired the brewery to roll out more 99 packs sooner rather than later, and now you can have 99 cans of beer on a wall. Again, it sounds like it's like a microbrew, obviously a minor, like a smaller beer company. I know there's Lone Star beer. I've heard that beer tastes just horrible. So Austin Beer Works, hopefully they make good enough beer to, be sold for $99 for a 99 can pack. I mean, if Coors Light offered something like that, maybe. I'm not a big drinker anymore, so maybe back in my heyday, yeah, I would have, but now that I've gotten older, and I hate saying that, but man, I don't know. I don't really drink that much. Like, the thought of it doesn't really, heck yeah, I'm gonna get so wasted this weekend. Like, the thought of that whole thought is just, I don't know. So, yeah. So, we're gonna stay here in Texas, and we're gonna talk about Texas parents who sue a daycare center, get this, for duct taping their child to a nap mat. Yeah, their child, think about it. Do you have problems with your kid at night sleeping? Do you ever think about, man, if I just roll some duct tape around him, we'll be fine? That's what these people did at a daycare. Obviously without the parents' consent, because why else would they be suing? A Texas couple has filed a lawsuit against the owners of a Fort Worth area daycare center, seeking $1 million, of course, damages from the facility for duct taping their 2-year-old son to a mat because he was unruly at nap time. Their lawyer said on Wednesday. Christy and Brad Galbraith are suing for fraud and negligence. Where does fraud come in? That's all I'm wondering. If the daycare, I can understand fraud if the daycare said, oh yeah, he slept like a baby, everything was good, yep. Completely lied, I can understand fraud, I guess, if that's where the lying would come in. Negligence, of course, that's a big. So yeah, they're suing them for fraud, negligence, and the incident that occurred in June. This happened back in June at the Heart to Heart Montessori Academy in Willow Park. This is a parent's worst nightmare. Dallas attorney Jeff Rasansky said parents take a leap of faith to entrust their children to the care of someone else, and it is extremely upsetting when something like this happens to toddlers who are too young to speak up for themselves. The daycare center was not immediately available for comment, but has said it is cooperating with authorities. The staff and I have the best interests of the children and parents as our highest priority, it said in a statement in June. The couple claims in the suit it was their son who was in a widely circulated photograph. So obviously there's a circulated photograph about this. I didn't look it up. You may want to look it up to see how bad it is. As a parent, I'm just scared to look it up. My kids don't take naps anymore at school, but it concerns me. That's all. And supposedly, like I said, this picture was widely circulated. It gained national media attention, which showed a child wrapped in a blanket and bound to a nap mat with silver duct tape. The photo was taken by a former employee who sent it to the Galbraiths and told them that their son was one of 2 children, get this, 2 children, duct taped to mats that day, according to the suit. So not just one child, not just these parents' child was duct taped, but 2 kids were duct taped. No word about if the other parents are suing, and if the other parents aren't, it makes you wonder, like, what do they do at home to get their, they're like, oh, we never thought about duct taping. We've always just used, just a little bit of Tylenol PM, just a little bit to get them to go to sleep. Never thought about duct tape, though. That's a new one. We should try it. Well, but why aren't the other parents suing? But just that one, huh? I guess the duct tape didn't bother them. They're like, it's fine. No worries. It's cool. No worries. If they get $1 million, then we'll sue. But if they don't, we won't. We're good. One other thing I wanted to bring up that's been eating me. The president. Okay, I don't talk politics. I don't ever talk big news like this, but he said something and it really made me say, really? Why would you say that? Really? They were talking about, if you're following the news, they're talking about the whole ISIS, and everyone's asking them, like, oh my gosh, if something crazy were to happen, do we have a plan? First words out of his mouth is, we have nothing in store. We have nothing. Like, pretty much in layman terms, We have nothing. We don't have a plan. What? Why would you say that? They don't know that. But I'll tell you what, there are translators who can translate exactly what you just said to them, and they're like, oh, brother. So I hope to God he's pulling a ain't nothing up my sleeve trick, and then boom, pulls a rabbit out of his hat. But if he's telling the truth, yikes. Yikes. I think I'll be becoming a citizen of the great nation of Canada within the next month or two, if that is the case. Because, yikes, that's pretty bad. That's scary. What are you thinking? Like, why would you say that, you know? I mean, that's, like I said, to put it in layman terms, I hope he's like, no, please don't throw snowballs at me. I have no snowballs to throw back at you. And really, he's sitting here with like a whole arsenal, just a whole wagon full of snowballs that people keep making and just putting in his wagon. And he's like, oh no, please don't hit me with any snowballs. I have no plans to come back at you. And really, he's got like a whole army just hiding, you know. Hopefully he's got like a missile that can... What happened to all our missiles that can like wipe out a whole country? I mean, just make the ocean bigger. What happened to those? Where'd those go? Did we sell them? Are they so old because they're from like the 50s? They're now duds, you know? They got expire dates stamped on the side of them, you know? Must use by 1960 or defuse. Jeez Louise. So hopefully what he's saying is wrong. Hopefully somebody didn't tell him something, you know, like, we didn't tell him for a reason that we actually do have a backup plan. We just left him out of the loop. But, so anyway, if you are a praying person, keep that in your prayers this week, that, we actually do have a plan. We're just not, you know, we're just being coy about it. We're just being shy about it. Because if we really don't have a plan, wow, that's bad. That's pretty much like, best example we can do. NFL coming up this week. That'd be like your team losing, you know, or your team, you know, at the beginning of the game, and the sideline reporter, Aaron Roberts, or whatever her name is, walks up to the coach and says, hey, coach, their defense is looking pretty mean today. Do you have anything to answer back to them? And he just throws the playbook up in the air with his hands. We're done. We're out. Forget it. We're done. You know, and just walks out. I got nothing. You know, I got nothing. And just walks off. Because then, you know, everyone's looking like, what just happened? Are we done for real? Like the season? So, hopefully we got like a secret. Yeah, that's all we got. Wink, wink. We got nothing. Wink, wink, wink. Well, who's he winking at? I don't see anybody. Who's he winking at? So anyway, prayers for our nation, please. If you are a praying person, prayers for our president. Hopefully, you know, he's not. Hopefully, he's smarter than the average bear, and does have something up his sleeve that we just don't know about or just don't see sticking out a little bit. So anyway, I have faith in our military, though. If the president is telling the truth, I have faith in our military. It's not going to be another Pearl Harbor. I can tell you that right now. We've been fooled once, we ain't being fooled again, okay? And don't even say, well, look at 9/11. They didn't attack a military base because they knew. They knew they were going to get squashed if they did. So anyway, yeah. Don't, you know, that's kind of why I'm not sweating anything, because I'm like, you can Pearl Harbor us once, you can't do it twice, so come on, really? And if, like I said, if you want to say, well, 9/11, well, no. I don't even count that. That's cowards, okay? If you want to attack us, attack our military. Don't just attack random buildings in the U.S. Attack our military. And you don't, because you know you're going to get pretty messed up, so. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. I know it was a little weird there at the end. That's why I saved the weirdness for the end, so you actually got to listen to the whole episode, and then you're like, oh, man, I get surrounded with some weirdness. Dang it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great and wonderful rest of the week. You only got 4 more days, 3 more days if you're listening. So anyway, happy days. You're awesome. Tell someone they're awesome. High five them. Yeah. Slap them a high five, or slap them 5, or shake their hand, pat them on the back, or whatever it is you do to make someone feel good, and tell them they're awesome and how awesome they make your day and how awesome you make their day and everything like that. And everyone's going to be fine, peachy and dandy and wonderful. So I hope you guys have a great and awesome rest of the week. Hope you guys have a great and awesome rest of the day. And always remember that a bad day, of course, is better than no day, as much as you don't like to think about it that way. But yeah, a bad day is better than no day. And of course, it's any day. So you guys take care. We'll see you guys next week, which I promise will be on time. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.